it's like, okay, pick something.
Oh God.
And stick with it. Or just live your life and, try to be happy. You're not going to be here very much longer.
No, so we're here a blip. We're a blip.
So why worry about every single thing that comes along?
I know. I know somebody. I'm not friends with them, but I know them. And they're not going to ever listen to this because, well, they just never would. But, so I don't mind talking about it. But she was somewhat normal. And then she had a couple kids, and this breastfeeding thing.
Oh boy!
She almost became like an advocate, and her sense of humor left that day for everything and never came back. She said, "You know what? You're out of here. Sense of humor. Get the fuck out of here. Pack your bags. Sense of humor, because I don't need your fucking laughing ass around here." So sense of humor left. And I am not even friends with her now in real life or on Facebook because she literally has no sense of humor about anything. If you make a joke, she will go right to the root of where that joke started. And if it was a joke about, let's just go as far as Seinfeld. Let's do something really benign, like if you're making fun of bloodstains. The whole Clorox joke he did. If you've got blood, you've got other. You need to move. What was it? If you've got this kind of blood, then you need whatever it was.
Whatever.
But that she would just go. Well, some people have bleeding disorders, and it's like Jesus. They suck the fucking fun out of the room. Those people are out there everywhere now.
They're everywhere, and there's more of them than ever, and it's getting harder and harder for me to be around people, because I make fun of everything and I'm open to be made fun of.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm okay with that. I
got a zit on my forehead and I'm bald.
Yeah. I mean, what do I care? I'm a gimpy, one-armed, overweight, middle-aged guy. So I don't care. Make fun of me because it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. If I go to, like you and I went, I'm surprised it's not more here right now, but that's fine. If you and I went down to River Beach Pub.
Yes.
And we sat there with Larry or whoever else was down there, we would be laughing very loud and hard at a table. There would be other tables around that are not laughing that would look at us with disgust.
Yes, because we're having a good time.
Yes, and a lot of people don't know how to have a good time.
No, they don't.
And I'm sad for them. But some of them are just like my ex-friend or whoever, an acquaintance. That's self-imposed. They brought that upon themselves. They decided to be a movement about something.
Exactly.
And now she doesn't breastfeed because the kids are too old. So I wonder what the fuck she's doing with her fucking thoughts. Is she still out there? Does she wake up in the morning and put her tits in the mirror and look at them and just like grab the nipples and be like, you should be sucked in public today?
I have to ask. I am not picking on women, and I have many more topics to talk about, but this just brings up another thing. Is she a mama bear?
What's that?
I don't know. But I see it all the time now. And it's always stay-at-home moms, usually from the Midwest, and it's hashtag mama bear. Or sweatshirts that say mama bear.
Oh.
Because they just have to protect their little cubs. They're the mama bear.
I've only heard
and it drives me absolutely insane too.
I heard that one time, that term one time, in a great context, I think. But it was different. It was a friend of mine has a daughter, and another friend of mine was kind of called the daughter a bitch. Now, they're all adults, including the daughter.
Yeah.
And there was drinking involved, but it wasn't like a serious bitch, but it wasn't also like, bitch, please. It was more like, quit being a bitch, da-da-da-da. So there was a little bit of a tension there. But the other friend she was telling me the story, and she said, so I kind of went mama bear on her. And I thought, that means you just kind of like you're, puffing up, protecting. But that's the only time I've ever heard it until you just said that.
Yeah, it's just one of these, this is all going somewhere, just so you know. Okay. So I'm not just picking on people right now. It's going.
So fine if there's no rules.
Yeah, I know. But it's, all of a sudden I've noticed there's the mama bear craze, the mom life craze, the, mom group pages. It's like all of a sudden it's like this huge big deal that you're a mother.
Well, yeah, parenting became.
We all have moms.
Yeah, but parenting is now not just you're not just a parent now. Like our parents were parents, and then they were like, okay, and then they did a whole lot of other shit.
Exactly.
And now parents are, we are parents.
That's it.
We are parents. By the way, in case anybody missed it, we are parents.
Yeah, and it's like good for you.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't understand the way parents raise kids anymore. I don't.
No.
And especially, you know, I see people our age
which is mid-40s, by the way.
Exactly. That grew up the way we did, where we had very loose parenting. At least a lot of us did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our generation coined the latchkey child.
Yes.
You know, I was in kindergarten. I guess I grew up in a very small town, but in kindergarten, I walked through town to school and home, let myself in. My mom was at work. My dad worked third shift. It was asleep.
Yeah.
Last night, I hear somebody throwing a fit because somebody let their kindergartner walk home from school 1 block.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't, you know.
Well, there wasn't pedophiles in the 70s.
You know where I'm going with this.
I know exactly where
you know where I'm going with this.
It's called over-parenting. At least that's what I've heard. Or the helicopter parent where they hover over them constantly. You know, I think that our parents did such a shitty job with us that our generation, when it started having kids, they realized, oh, I'm not going to do that. I think every generation does that, though.
But our parents didn't do a shitty job with us.
No, I know, but I think it's perceived.
They raised kids that were independent.
Yeah,
and tough, and knew what it was like to have to work. And that's not the way it is anymore.
Yeah, but okay, let me play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
When my grandfather grew up and my dad grew up, you know, they were even tougher.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Yeah.
And that goes to another thing that I would mind talking to you about, since we're talking about masculinity, is every generation is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. As a matter of fact, the sperm count in the United States is down.
I agree.
There's a lot of problem with masculinity already.
I have plenty of sperm to give, just in case anybody knows.
I don't have any to give because I got that shit cut.
Oh, okay.
That way I wouldn't be an overparent. Because I know I would have been an overparent for a while.
I was not.
I know
I am proud to say I was
early, though.
Yes, we were early. Yeah.
Yeah, you did it early, and then, you know, so you were lucky. I wonder, though. Sometimes I wonder, because I'm an over dog lover and an over cat lover.
I am also, but as I was speaking with your wife earlier,
yes, you can call her that. Yeah,
I like animals better than I do people, and that is completely being honest.
I like to say that I like to think the same, but I know that if it came down to it, I don't know if I can say that, but I totally understand what you're saying.
I can say it.
Then you said it.
Yes.
Consider it said.
People bore me. Let's just say that.
I can see that. Yeah. Well, you have to understand also, for anyone listening, that Brice and I have more stories than, and most of them we can't share on. We shouldn't say. I think it's statute of limitations.
They have to be over by now, and you know, honestly, I don't care.
Right, but it's hard. It's hard. It's easy for you to be bored because of everything that you've already done. It
is. I've had quite an exciting life. So yeah, people bore me.
I can see that. I understand that. I people are in general are fairly boring.
They are. Now, where I'm going with all this, I want to talk about social media a little bit.
Okay.
And you kind of mentioned it earlier when you said there wasn't pedophilia in the 70s.
Oh, I was joking.
Yes, I know. That's why
I knew one. No, I'm just kidding.
And that's what I think. You know, I think we are the last generation that remembers a life before all this technology.
Yeah, kind of.
Most people younger than us have had internet and 152 TV stations and 24-hour news.
Right.
You know, we grew up at a time where 3 stations that went off the air at midnight.
Yep.
No cell phones, no internet.
No.
So you didn't have 24-hour access to all the atrocities going on in the world.
Right.
Didn't mean they weren't happening. You just didn't hear about it.
Well, yeah, we were clueless.
I mean, think about it. When we grew up, how many times did you see Ronald Reagan or Jimmy Carter on TV?
Oh man, never.
Never. Maybe during a presidential address.
Yeah.
Now you can't go 3 hours without knowing what the current president tweeted.
Well, if you watch MSNBC,
which I don't,
you'll know what he does every second because they're just waiting to pounce.
And I won't go into politics because I will be the first to admit I don't know anything about politics.
And we won't go into the NFL because I'll admit I don't know the first thing about NFL.
Yeah, I chose to ignore politics many years ago because I just don't care.
That's super wise.
But social media, I mean, you know what? Kids come up missing every day. They have for many, 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 many years. But now all of a sudden I open up Facebook, I see, little Janie disappeared in Idaho. Well, that's sad. It's very, very sad. But 30 years ago, you'd only know that if you lived in that local community.
Right.
Now,
or you became a milk drinker after 1983.
Exactly. And now it's just everything. It's just 24 hours a day. It's in your face. You hear it all.
Right.
It's no different. I honestly believe that my community is no more dangerous than it was when I was 5 years old.
Right.
It's just people perceive the world as being more dangerous, and I don't believe that.
I agree with you 100% about that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think that was well said because it's true. The same dangers are out there. I would actually argue that there are less dangers out there because now there's concealed carry. There's people are more aware.
There's people microchipping their kids. They know where they're at 24 hours a day.
And people also have a little bitty CD computer on them at 24/7 or CB computer with them 24/7 that they can. I mean. You can track it. You can't get lost.
You can't get lost. When we were young, we got lost.
I still get lost. If I go to East Peoria, even fucking East Peoria over there,
Oh, yeah.
Where there's no north, south, east, west, and everything's where you can see a store. I don't know how to get there.
You don't know how to get there.
With my phone, even on the map, even mounted on the and I'm like, you turn here. I still don't know where to fucking go. I still have never been to Bass Pro Shops. I don't fish.
I don't either. I used to.
Yeah, well, I did too when I was a child.
But now I don't like to kill fish.
I don't want to kill fish either.
I just don't. I don't see the need. I can go to the store and buy a dead fish. I don't need to kill one.
I go there. I'll just take his word for it. This is a fish, and I eat it.
Yeah.
I ate it today. I had salmon today, just 2 hours ago. Or in East Peoria, so I've never been to Bass Pro Shops. Now, I could easily find it now with my phone.
Yeah.
But Jill and I decided a long time ago that it was more fun to try to find it once in a while when we were over there, and we can't. We can't get there.
It's a game.
Yeah, so I know now I was bitching about it or I was making fun of it or laughing about it, whatever people think that I do.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Someone had to ruin your fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody just said, if you go here, then you go there. I'm like, okay, well, you just ruined that for me.
They didn't get the point. I remember this post.
Oh, you did?
They didn't get the point that you were having fun with the fact that you could not find that physical location.
Yeah, and
that you drive over the bridge, you see it down there, but you did not know how to get there. That was fun for you.
It was fun.
It was funny.
Now, if it was a store that had booze, guitar amps, mountain bikes, and guns,
you would have found it. You'd bring it up on your phone, you'd GPS it, and you'd be there.
Right, but since it was something I just was more of a novelty. They have a bowling alley and they have big fish in there and a big aquarium. I want to go see it. Okay, maybe sometime, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
And that was fun. It was like if I wanted to go there and it was 1989, I could not have gotten it. And that's what I liked about it.
And so many people don't understand that nowadays.
No, they don't understand.
They don't understand that.
Matter of fact, the person that they messaged me and told me where it was, I don't know. I think some people just read half a post and then they go, "Oh, I'll help."
Yeah.
Before they get to the funny
Everybody
part.
wants to help.
Yeah. Everybody's standing in line to help. And then they sent that to me. I'm like, God damn it. I said, that's not the point of the post. I started to type it and I said, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my time with it.
No.
I was like, fuck it. Like, come on, dude. I shared that because it was
mildly entertaining.
Mildly entertaining.
Just give them a thumbs up emoji and move on.
That's the worst thing you can do to anybody.
Yes.
It's like that's like a chick sending you a PM or message or whatever the fuck you call it on Facebook. Like, I want to blow you. I want you to cram me full, whatever. And then she sends nudes, and then all you do in return is give her the thumbs up. That's a fun thing to do.
I'm gonna have to try that.
And next time you get nudes,
So if anybody could send me nudes so I could try it, that'd be great.
that's Brice Painter on Facebook. just a thumbs up. Or it just shows that you're typing something and then it goes away.
And you never finish.
You never send it. Or it looks like you're always typing.
That drives me nuts.
The always typing.
Yeah, seeing those little lines or whatever they are, and they're like dot 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 dot. And you're like,
then they go
okay,
away.
wait. Well, what happens sometimes, and I've caught on to this, I start typing too, and all of a sudden that person stops,
Right,
because they want to see what I have to say before what they're going to say, what they're going to say.
Ding dong.
And then it just kind of carries on, and nobody ever says anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're dead in the water.
Yeah. And then you forget about it.
Hold on a second. Oh, we're good. I'll just blip that. Yeah, so that's then you do that with the phone. I can't believe phones do it. That means you're like, I can't really believe anything does that. Like, if you're typing something, it's already like letting the other person know you're typing something.
I love technology.
I do too.
As much as I hate technology,
I hate it too.
I love technology.
I love it as well.
I love it just to play with.
It's fun.
It's just fun to play with.
I hate when a change comes up though, and then. But I usually end up liking the change.
Yeah.
But I hate the change. The one change I hate though is the fucking ad in the middle of the video.
I hate change. Oh, the ad in the middle of the video.
That's bullshit, dude.
Nothing pisses me off more than watching two little puppies rolling around on the ground, and then I have to watch an ad because I will never finish.
No, I won't either. I always stop the video.
And for the rest of my life, I will now have to wonder what those two little puppies did.
Did they roll into a little pit where it was funnier?
They may have got ran over. You never know.
Well, then I would thank the ad.
Okay, you're right there.
Yeah, they have to do something cuter.
Yes, they'd have to be cuter.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Actually, I don't understand it. It's definitely not keeping people watching videos more or the commercial.
No.
The ad in the beginning. What's wrong with the ad in the beginning?
Why do we need the ad in the first place?
Well,
because usually it's. I mean, I understand it's money. You know, it's money for the companies, but it's always shit you don't care about.
I know.
Except
once in a while,
I love
some ads.
I do love technology, but I also have a little conspiracy theorist in me, because your phones do listen to you 24 hours a day.
Yes, they do.
And I know that for a fact, because I've had conversations, I've said something, and next thing I know,